Did you know the rich write laws that benefit them directly? When money talks, what policies get written? Across the sprawling landscape of American democracy, a silent, often invisible force shapes the laws that govern us. It's the power of the wealthy, channeled through an intricate and often opaque system of lobbying. This isn't about the will of the majority expressed at the ballot box. It's about the focused, strategic deployment of capital to sway decisions in smoke-filled rooms, exclusive fundraisers, and behind closed doors of power. We're talking about an industry worth billions, meticulously crafting arguments, forging relationships, and ultimately peddling influence to ensure that certain interests, often those of corporations and the ultra-rich, are heard loudest. The concept of lobbying isn't new. Early in American history, wealthy individuals and burgeoning industries recognized the need to advocate for their economic interests before legislatures. Think of the railroad barons, the oil magnates like Rockefeller, the steel titans like Carnegie. They understood that shaping public policy was as crucial as innovating their industries. Fast forward to today, and this practice has evolved into a sophisticated, multi-billion-dollar enterprise. Companies and industry groups spend astronomical sums, not just on direct campaign contributions, but on armies of professional lobbyists tasked with navigating the labyrinthine legislative process to protect and advance their agendas, often at the expense of the public good. Inside the gilded cages of K Street in Washington, D.C., and similar corridors of power across state capitals, highly paid professionals work around the clock. These are the influence peddlers, former government officials, seasoned lawyers, policy experts, and political operatives. Their job? To get access, build relationships, and deliver the message of their clients, often massive corporations, trade associations, or wealthy individuals, to lawmakers and their staff. They draft legislation, testify at hearings, and orchestrate seemingly grassroots campaigns, all while maintaining the appearance of professional advocacy, masked by the sheer volume of their financial backing. The sheer scale of lobbying spending is staggering. In recent years, total lobbying expenditures frequently exceed $3.5 billion annually. This isn't pocket change. It's a tidal wave of capital aimed at influencing legislation that can impact environmental regulations to healthcare access, from tax policies to international trade agreements. Consider the pharmaceutical industry, which consistently ranks among the top spenders, investing hundreds of millions each year to lobby for favorable drug pricing policies and relaxed regulations. Or the powerful fossil fuel lobby, pouring resources into influencing energy policy and combating climate action initiatives. The lines between advocacy, campaign finance, and outright influence can blur. Lobbyists are adept at cultivating relationships with politicians, often through the lucrative channels of campaign contributions and fundraising events. A single dinner, a high-dollar golf outing, or a significant campaign donation can open doors that remain firmly shut to average citizens or small advocacy groups. This creates a system where access is often dictated by wealth, and policy decisions can be subtly, or not so subtly, swayed by those who can afford to buy access and attention. It raises fundamental questions about whose voices are truly being heard in our halls of power. A key mechanism of influence peddling is the revolving door, the movement of individuals between government positions and lobbying firms. Former members of Congress, high-ranking agency officials, and legislative aides often leverage their insider knowledge, established connections, and deep understanding of government processes to benefit their new employers. For instance, a former FCC commissioner might take a lucrative position lobbying for a telecommunications giant, using their past relationships and regulatory expertise to shape policy. This practice fuels a cycle of dependency, where the focus can shift from public service to serving private financial interests, often with little transparency. Take, for example, the fierce battles over meaningful climate change legislation. While grassroots environmental movements mobilize public opinion, their financial resources often pale in comparison to the vast sums poured into lobbying by the fossil fuel industry and allied corporations. These entities employ lobbyists to actively work against emissions standards, promote deregulation, and sow doubt about climate science. They fund think tanks that produce seemingly independent research and run sophisticated advertising campaigns designed to sway public perception and pressure lawmakers. The result is often paralysis or watered-down legislation, failing to address the crisis with the urgency required, a testament to the power of concentrated wealth in shaping policy outcomes. For the average citizen, engaging with elected officials can be a daunting task. They might write letters, send emails, or wait hours to speak for a minute at a town hall meeting, hoping their concerns will be heard amidst the cacophony of political discourse. Lobbyists, however, often have direct scheduled meetings in offices, participate in private briefings, and have constant access to legislative staff. This disparity in access creates an uneven playing field, where the well-funded voices of special interests can drown out the legitimate concerns of constituents. It erodes the fundamental principle of representative democracy, that government should serve the people, not just the powerful. Consider the intricate web of tax loopholes and subsidies that benefit specific industries and the wealthiest individuals. For decades, powerful corporate lobbies have successfully advocated for preferential tax treatment, offshore havens, and direct subsidies that amount to billions of dollars annually. These aren't necessarily illegal. They are the product of meticulously crafted legislation, debated and passed with the persuasive efforts of lobbyists. The result? A tax system that shifts the burden from profitable corporations and the ultra-rich onto the shoulders of middle-class families and small businesses, creating economic inequality and undermining public services that benefit everyone. Beyond direct lobbying, the wealthy and corporations also wield immense power through campaign finance, including super PACs and dark money groups. These entities can spend unlimited sums to influence elections and advocate for specific policies, often without disclosing their donors. While super PACs must disclose their funding, dark money groups, typically organized as nonprofits, can accept unlimited contributions from individuals, corporations, and unions without revealing their source. This allows wealthy donors to anonymously fund political advertising and advocacy campaigns, further distorting the political landscape and making it incredibly difficult to track who is truly pulling the strings behind policy decisions. As one former senior aide to a congressional committee once noted, the sheer volume of resources dedicated to lobbying creates a constant hum, a pervasive influence that lawmakers simply cannot ignore. This sentiment is echoed by many who have witnessed the process firsthand. The constant influx of industry-funded research, the tailored policy recommendations, and the promise of campaign support can create an environment where objective policymaking is challenged. The danger lies in the policy outcomes gradually aligning more with the financial interests of a select few rather than the broader public good, slowly eroding trust in the democratic process itself. While the power of organized wealth is undeniable, it's crucial to remember that democracy also thrives on the advocacy of ordinary citizens and grassroots movements. These groups, often fueled by passion and dedication rather than deep pockets, play a vital role in raising awareness, mobilizing public opinion, and holding elected officials accountable. Their efforts, though often outspent, can be powerful when they coalesce into sustained movements. The challenge for democracy is to ensure that the voices of the many are not permanently silenced by the amplified, well-funded voices of the few. This requires constant vigilance and an unwavering commitment to equitable representation. Addressing the outsized influence of wealth in politics requires bold reforms. Proposals range from stricter limits on campaign contributions and lobbying expenditures to enhanced transparency requirements, ensuring that the public knows who is funding political advocacy. Some advocate for publicly funded elections, leveling the playing field and reducing reliance on wealthy donors. Others push for greater enforcement of ethics regulations and stronger penalties for influence peddling. These are not simple solutions, but they represent critical steps toward reclaiming a democracy where policy decisions are guided by the public interest, not the private wealth of a select few. The influence peddlers operate within the framework of our laws, but their pervasive power demands our constant attention. The health of our democracy hinges on our ability to confront the disproportionate influence of money in politics. It's a complex challenge, requiring informed citizens, robust oversight, and a commitment to a system where every voice has a chance to be heard, not just those with the deepest pockets. The question remains, can we ensure that when money talks, it doesn't drown out the vital conversations of a truly representative government? The future of our policies and our nation depends on how we answer. Democracy is a fragile balance, easily tipped by hidden hands.